I still have to fulfill that aspiration Duncan way of Father's Day gift that was entirely overdue.
Which reminds me, I need to know your aspirations.
I changed a couple of them to be more mundane so I could actually get them.
I need to check out mine again. Also, our stream is live.
Yay.
Okay.
Beautiful. Hello, sexy people of your ears.
Currently I have finding an overdue gift, learning to bake properly, and stealing 1 gram from a single dumbass.
Although, keep in mind that aspirations don't have to be just what your character is trying to do. It could also be things... It's more like what plans you have for your character. In fact, a legitimate aspiration could literally be something like failing something. Literally be that.
Yeah, well, my aspirations are currently full, so...
No, you can change them if you want. It's before the session.
Alright.
Please don't freeze up on me, Firefox.
Would a valid aspiration be a physical-based role? Because Kid has, like, nothing in physical, and I have to see him actually succeed that.
Yeah, that can be an aspiration.
Wait, succeeding at a physical role?
Kid is entirely social. I don't know if you guys remembered my tutorial, but everything that Chu sent me and asked me to roll, I was not cheating.
I remember that.
It was fun. I liked it.
It was glorious.
So succeeding at a physical base would be great for an athlete for me.
Well, as long as you're respected on the chart. Make sure you have it plugged in.
Yeah, I just changed it from cooking. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Oh wait, where do I put it? Do I just put it on my PC sheet, or do I put it?
Wait, what do you mean?
It should be on the spreadsheet.
Well, yes, I have it on the PC sheet where it says aspirations. Do I have to put it anywhere else?
I don't think so. That should be fine.
You just put aspirations in the aspirations section.
Alright, then I did that there.
Yeah,
alright.
That's fine. Yeah.
Anyone else want to switch aspirations?
I just changed mine.
Or... Okay.
I updated mine just after session last week, so I left
and keep in mind that as, like, you know, you're gonna have to remind us a lot about your aspirations because, well, we can't keep track of all the players at once. So,
unless we can.
So just kind of help us help you, sort of thing.
Understood.
Rex, Thomas, and Jade all have really similar colors. Jesus Christ. I had to fix that.
Alright, so everything updated?
Yep.
Does anyone want to buy anything?
Nah, I don't have any XP.
Alright.
Well, depending on what assignment they get, Jesse was probably going to buy some kind of armor or something. But he wants to, like, ask if, like, a bulletproof vest will actually do anything against supernatural.
I don't know. I've never seen a werewolf with a shotgun.
Yeah, that's what he's thinking. It's like, it's probably not going to help that much against a ghost or spirit.
Alright, so... Okay, let's start. So, all of you guys, depending on where you are, you guys get a text from Okay, I'm gonna do a small change because saying Jazzy and having a Jazzy in the group is really, really confusing.
I know.
I'm just gonna call my Jazzy Millie for now.
Oh no, you can keep calling her Jazzy. It's fine.
This is really confusing. So okay,
It's probably more for him.
Okay.
That's
Like if it confuses
so-
you,
kind
then
of-
it's fine.
I mean, okay, so until later, you guys all get a text from Jazzy. She's telling you guys got a mission. You guys gotta come in. It's about 2:30 right now.
2:30, you said.
In the afternoon. Not AM.
All right.
Oh, wow. It's like Thomas in his own room is basically thinking to himself, I'm in the middle of 15 different things, all of them annoying. Sure, yes, I'll come in.
I'm assuming Kid is actually home for the first time in several weeks. Sorry, Kid.
Where the hell have you been?
Well, you see, casinos don't have clocks.
That's a fair point. I'm guessing
I don't know
everyone
if-
else can.
Yeah.
I was gonna say,
that's right.
Okay.
So I'm guessing everyone else kind of meanders in little by little, kind of trickles into the HQ.
Yep.
All right.
I think Thomas will show up last.
So as you guys kind of assemble, Jazzy's there. She has her hair done up in a tight bun. She has her work glasses on, very formal office work suit. A far cry from the Halloween party where she was giggling like a 10-year-old. She looks very, very stern-faced, and she's there for business. She kind of quickly glances over the group and does a quick head count.
Thomas pulls out a
And,
cigarette.
She looks at her watch, like, still waiting for Adrian.
Adrian
Taps her
walks
foot.
in.
Mhm.
Oh,
It looks
good.
like she's like texting someone.
Now that we're all here, we can start the mission briefing. All right. We have a recovery mission for you guys. She pulls out a small remote and she presses a button, and a screen for one of the walls turns on as a little screen, and it shows a map of the New Marge dry lake bed, northern Nevada. And she
Oh, this is going to be fun.
kind of looks it back at you guys like, we have a contact who gave us some information about an object that we've been trying to get our hands on for quite some time. This item is a turnkey, a sort of prison, so to say. We want to stop anyone from releasing whoever's inside this prison. Sadly, it isn't me who has the details. She kind of glances over at Adrian. She'll give you the artifacts loadout. As of now, I'm just going to be coordinating your operation.
Okay.
Joy.
Is there anyone
Okay,
else after
Adrian
it?
start.
Oh, sorry.
She
Yes.
says, yeah, Adrian nods and says a couple groups. I guess Kaidoru is one of them.
Oh, those guys.
Aren't they our
says,
allies?
Yeah.
she says,
Doesn't mean they're our friends.
I mean, allies generally means friends, doesn't it?
Yeah, but you don't invite an
Mostly-
ally over to dinner.
Well, they did
Well,
last.
yeah, that's what happened.
That was their mistake.
I don't
did-
and
see.
she says, the other group is the other group is called the 51st Set, which is a governmental group that is stationed in the Loomis Air Force Base.
3 things wrong right then and there. It's like, set, government, Air Force. And I was like, not going to be fun.
She
Well,
nods and says, your mission, it has a demon that is basically, well, she just says pardon the pun, but it's literally a demon of speed. And she says, your mission is to retrieve it before the other groups can get to it.
What do we plan to do with this thing once we get it?
Like
I mean,
the
it's not our business.
Wasn't asking
Jazzy
you.
sharply cuts off Adrian. She's like, we'll take it and contain it and figure out how to dispose of it if it can be disposed of.
So
But as of now, we don't have much information.
And
Well,
there's the party
feel
blind,
free.
folks.
So how do we avoid opening it? Like, do we know how? Just so that doesn't happen on accident?
Do
Well-
we know what it looks like?
Jazzy kind of smirks and she glances quickly at Adrian's direction, almost as if just to show her up a little bit. And she presses a small remote, and the screen changes from the dry lake fed to what looks like a small staff head of a brass skull with stubby little horns on it.
Out of character, does this seem to be connected with the thing we saw brought in, let's see, some sessions ago?
One more time? I didn't catch that.
Does this object seem to be in connection, like at a glance, is this like a piece of something bigger, like for instance, the thing we saw brought in that box? For those of us that were there for that
No.
mini section? No? Okay, just
this looks like a similar type of item, a staff head, but it doesn't look like an additional part of it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You're almost tempted to say it's a stick shift ornament, like you would stick the skull onto a stick shift.
Mm-hmm. Like an 8-ball.
Yeah. It's very kind of stylized and it's like polished brass. Jazzy goes on to say, it's difficult to say. Each turnkey has their own combination to the lock, you could say. But most of them require a sacrifice, and most of them involves I guess you could say jumping through hoops. Can't really say for this one. I didn't really get instructions. Adrian's contact was very vague. Who was he again?
She says, I only know that he goes by the name Big Boss.
Well, what is
Obviously, someone
gonna be a
who
headache
considers
and a half.
themselves quite high and mighty. But no matter, he's given us exactly what we need to proceed on this mission. I do suggest you take caution, though. There are going to be other teams going after this. We do have a lead. Apparently, we may get at least a few hours head start before the other teams. So, I trust you guys to get in and get out as quickly as possible. I have the directions written down in folders. She pats the folder she had holding in her hands. You guys will get all the information inside of everything we've gone over here and smaller details will be inside this folder. Keep in constant contact. Adrian will be always in your ear. Any other information I can assist you with?
What can we expect out of the other teams?
Well, Ada's Kaidoru is quite well funded in a large group. But as far as I know, we are not on openly hostile terms with them. The 51st sect, on the other hand, is new. I'm not really sure what we can expect out of them, but being government funded, you definitely expect some heavily armored escorts on their behalf. But
so in both cases, we're expecting professionals, is it?
Yes, at the very least, professionals. Keep in mind, we're not going to start a gunfight with them over this. Unless you guys have a clear edge, I don't suggest you don't open. Well, not to be redundant, just don't fucking go shooting up the place with them in the room, because they'll shoot back.
Hmm.
Yeah, let's try
Nothing to worry from me. And I look over at Kenway. And like,
what? I mean, I've shot monsters before, right?
Yeah, I wasn't expecting to like go in and shoot people here.
Out of character, I'm actually really confused right now. What are we doing? I'm sorry.
You guys are gonna go pick up a shiny brass skull.
Okay.
And there are two other groups that are after it at the same time. It's like,
okay, sorry. Some of the back and forth just got me a little confused.
Oh, it's fine. Okay. Jazzy quickly walks across the room. She hands everyone else the little folder. He says, any information on the lake bed itself is in there? All information in the lake about the lake bed I can find is in these. The distance away from the actual edge of the lake bed and the object itself is also inside these folders.
why are we going out there? But I'm Tish.
Well, I'm sure you can catch a few things out there. Jazzy is just stone-faced, no humor at all. Like, it's the 180 from the other version of her you saw at the party.
No breaking your poker face.
She stares at you. Any other questions?
I think we're all good. I can take my gun, right?
Yes, I suggest you take your gun and any other weapons you guys can secure for yourselves.
Yeah, I do like to keep myself safe. Looks at Thomas.
Cade raises his hand. So, should I get another hand just in case? Because he hasn't picked his prosthetic yet.
I do suggest you.
I mean,
go down to the. Go.
Adrian says, "Go see Theodore and talk to him about it."
All right.
Yeah. Don't. Yeah. Yeah. Go talk to Theodore.
I can't use the fingers, but I can hit someone with it, right?
Yeah. I suggest that you tell Theodore you want to do things with it, and be very direct about what you want the hand to do, because he will make the hand do things you're not exactly intending for it to do.
Good to know.
All right.
Good luck.
Like a thumbs up.
With that, Jazzy kind of straightens herself out and she walks out the room. Her heels clicking behind her as she walks off.
Adrian goes to the Ace's apartments to get ready and like set up your guys' so she can get in your guys' headsets and stuff.
Out of character question.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
For the headsets, they're like a single ear piece?
Yeah, they're a single earpiece.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
This day and age, they better fucking well be.
Well, I was asking because sometimes there's the double hook like headsets with like the hook stuff that's like on both ears, and Kid can't wear those.
Ah, I see. That would make sense. Well,
okay.
Wait, but that means that you're going to be totally. It's going to be difficult for you to be aware from around you if one of your ears are blood.
I mean, you can still hear even if you're not, even if you're missing the cartilage. That's not why.
Oh, that's what you're missing. Okay, no.
Yeah.
Okay.
He still has 2 ears. It's just one of them is just a hole.
Yeah, one just
basically.
can't support anything. Gotcha.
Well, if you guys want to shop for gear, talk to NPCs, or at least look at the vehicles you may want to secure if we're going on this, might as well do it now.
We can shop gear?
Yeah, you can check out the armory here. There's Theodore will sell you shit.
Ooh.
Well,
Just depends how many dots you have.
Oh,
Yeah.
and by the way, you all get paid 1 CP at least. I'm just gonna update that.
I think Thomas will invest in a good pair of gloves, more than what he normally has.
Is there any enhancements I can buy for my gun?
Like upgrades?
Yeah, like a scope or some upgrades.
There should be something. Let me check. I'm also gonna have to update.
I think I'm going to immediately start working on the folder/dossier that was handed to me.
Okay, so what are you going to look at first inside the folder? There's information on the lake bait itself, on the location where the item is at, and the other groups. What scarce information is there?
I want to look at the information on the groups themselves to start.
Okay. Well, the information on Aegis Cardoru is kind of scarce, but as far as you can understand, they are item hoarders. When a item of supernatural nature comes up, they're usually the first ones to pounce on it. And they usually do take that and they put it away somewhere where they could take care of it. It's very hard to say where that is, but they do take very good care of items lost to time.
So basically, they're going to be, of the two, they're going to be the ones with the most tricks up their sleeves.
Yes, they could very possibly bring something very, very big and very dangerous if they felt like they needed it.
Why don't we want to trust them with this item?
Yes and no.
You also find, in addition, Thomas, you find information that Aegis Kaidoru also focuses on targets. Well, the targets they focus on are mages and werewolves.
Mm-hmm. Thomas files down in his mind that werewolves are an actual thing. He's like, you need to keep that in mind.
Well, that's just what you know.
Yeah, that side, yes.
Targets.
Yeah.
Those are things they like to kill.
That whether or not werewolves exist, well, you don't have any evidence of that. You just hear what Aegis Kaidoru does. So not necessarily that absolute proof that werewolves are a thing, just that.
But it wouldn't hurt to put it down as a yes anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, we've dealt with spirits and transformative things anyway.
Anything else in the folder you'd like to look at?
The area will be assaulting, quote unquote.
The Newbar dry lake bed.
Oh, lake bed, sorry.
The place itself used to be sacred to the Native Americans in the area before they were forced away from it by the white man. After that, after that, it was turned into quite a famous resort until the water was pumped out for the city. Now it's North America's largest dry lake bed. People go there to test scientific equipment, ride off-road vehicles, and even just take tours. It's quite a famous place. The lake was actually large enough. There were several man-made islands in it to have boats stop and refuel.
Wait, so where's the water if the lake bed is dry?
There is no water in the dry lake bed.
So how are boats stopping there?
Well, that's what was there before, when there was water.
Okay, I got you. I thought you said they were still doing it. I'm like, what?
I just can't get supernatural boats. People trying to drive a speedboat on like a dry lake bed.
They do. It's called ATVs. Not
any buildings still in the area have to be at least 50 years old, 50, 60 years old.
Gotcha. All right. So filing that under terrain aspects. So
do you guys have like a sheet or something for what we're buying, or?
There is a sheet. Can I get it to you because my computer is not connected to the internet, but I trust my feather halves will do that.
Okay.
Aye.
Yeah. I do have the book on me. So you were looking at like some kind of enhancement, like a scope, right?
Yeah, I mean something.
Yeah. Well, there doesn't seem to be anything on here, so I'm just gonna whip one up. I'd say with a scope.
I was thinking like maybe like +1 to aiming or something.
Yeah. The thing is, okay, so what a scope would do is that you do have to do the aiming action. That is an action in and of itself. And the benefit would be double with a limit of +5.
Oh, that sounds good.
Scope aids that. So every turn, instead of getting +1 to your roll, you get a +2. Instead of, 2 turns +4, and then 3 turns +5, because, rule of 5, you'll go over 5.
Yeah.
Usually. Well, under mundane circumstances, you don't. Only
now,
if I could
what
do
was
that,
the... Sorry.
So yeah, I'd say a scope would be probably 1 CP.
Okay, I think I have that.
Yeah, okay, so how CP works is that, okay, on the Vegas info sheet, go to the characters part. Now, as you scroll through on the side, there is a section of CP, like CP total, spent, bank. Alright, so when you're purchasing something, you just put in the item that you're purchasing on the CP registry.
Cool.
Okay, so then what we do is that we will increase it. We'll increase your CP spent by the appropriate amount, and then we'll put a nice little check mark right beside it, indicating that you've bought it.
All right.
So now, then we go to your sheet. We'll just put it on your equipment. So, rifle, scope. Just put that as equipment.
Okay,
Not
just
a weapon or anything. We'll just put in NA. It doesn't really have a rating. It just enhances things. We'll put in mode. Doubles. Aim.
Second question, would it be possible to buy higher caliber bullets that do more damage?
In the same caliber gun?
Huh?
In the same caliber gun?
I don't know. I don't know how guns work, obviously.
That is not a thing guns can do.
Cool. I actually
have, like...
legit don't understand because guns are not a thing in my country.
Okay, yeah, that is a thing that could happen.
Yeah, because let's say you have a 45 caliber pistol, you can't put a 9mm bullet into it.
Oh, but what I meant was like explosive rounds and like those kinds of things, right? Those work?
Oh, different ammunition.
Yeah,
type.
okay, yeah, that's what I meant. Okay, that was stupid of me to say the wrong.
Like armor piercing,
what kind of weapon? What kind of weapon are you firing?
I have a rifle.
It's just a rifle.
Yes, rifles can carry hollow points and armor-piercing rounds.
Yeah, okay, that's what I meant. My bad. I'm really sorry, guys.
Fine.
So you want to get things like.
Well, I mean, if you don't know what they do, let me give you a quick rundown of the options you have at the moment. There's hollow points, which do more damage to squishy things made out of meat, and there's armor piercing, which ignore armor.
Yeah, they would have the armor piercing quality.
Seems like hollow points might be more useful for now.
At least take like a. What kind of rifle is it?
It's my money.
I'm just thinking of the other guys.
It's just like, well, in the game, we don't really, there's not really any particular details when it comes to things like weapons. It's usually just abstracted in a lot of things.
Yeah, because it's like, I wanted to say at least take like one clip of armor piercing, but I was like, wait, does that gun even have clip?
Yeah.
If you're going to bring armor piercing ammunition, you have to tell us when you're using it versus regular rounds, so we can apply the rules of it.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Also, I will note
Carb.
you have to also buy regular rounds too. You have to buy actual ammunition for your gun. But getting things like armor piercing and other types of bullets can possibly increase the cost.
Okay. I mean.
But for rifle rounds, I'd say for regular bullets, you probably get like.
I assume that
up
he's
to a
just
quantity of 5 rounds with the rifle, which is basically 30 bullets. Would you say 1 CP chew? What would you say how much that costs?
Do I really have to buy regular ammo?
How much bullets would you be able to get for 1 CP?
Hey, Carp, I said something in the GM chat.
Oh.
I think you should have rounds left over from the last mission you have. So don't worry about buying new ammunition at the moment until you say you've shot 30 bullets.
Well, I have 6 in my clip size, so I would let you know if I've gone over that. But I just assumed that he had his own ammo because he's owned this gun for quite a long time.
Well, that's all right. Well, let's say you have, because we should attach a number to it now, like 60 rounds, which is a lot.
Yeah. Okay.
And if you buy a box of armor-piercing rounds, that will be 30 rounds.
Okay.
That's something you want to do?
I wanted the hollow points, but yeah.
No, I mean, what, do you want hollow points?
Yeah.
All right, you buy your box of hollow points from Esmeralda, Phoenix's maid. He also runs the gun shop. So.
Cool. Man, Can you tell I play mage way too much? I don't know how guns work.
All right. Now, I heard a couple times someone wanting to do
gun shop. Phoenix does not have guns. Phoenix hates
No, I meant I play the game mage.
No. That's okay. I think like she was saying something about Phoenix or something.
Yeah, he said like Phoenix's maid or something runs the gun shop instead of.
Theodore's maid.
Oh, runs the gun shop.
Knuckles, rest. You want some brass knuckles? Well, they do have that. That would be 1 CP to get a pair of those.
Okay.
And it uses your brawl instead of weaponry, of course.
Nice. Zombie ghosts, leave this place.
So you wanted to go get that?
Yeah, buddy.
Okay, and
right.
Kid, you want to go get a prosthetic? So,
all right.
You should. So Kid should go talk to Theodore about that.
You need to go talk to Theodore.
Is that something I have to pay for, or is that something that's provided by the group?
Well, talk to Theodore. See what you could talk him into doing.
All right. So Kid will go to him and see if he can take him up on the offer from the tutorial, which was a while ago, to get that prosthetic arm.
Well, you find Theodore in his at the top floor, just kind of being a lazy billionaire. Lounging around, reading the newspaper, drinking, coughing. He sees you come in. Like, hey, how you doing, kid? What's up?
Hey, so we're going on a mission thing, and I think it might be a good idea to at least have a second arm, maybe? Not necessarily something useful, but it's always good to be able to take off your arm if someone grabs it.
Huh. I found myself wanting to do that same thing every time someone touches me. Trust me. He kind of gets up and he tosses the newspaper back on the couch. He walks over. He's like, how much arm are you missing?
Kid sort of gestures to his shoulder, which is like, there's nothing there except for shoulder.
He's like, I can do something about that. And he kind of walks behind his desk and he kind of waves for you to follow him.
Alright. Kid will follow with the statement of... sorry. I was just going to say, Kid was going to make a statement of, basically, I want to be able to be like a lizard and drop this thing if there's any sign of danger.
God damn it, Kid.
Well, I wouldn't be too upset if you left this behind, but prosthetic limbs aren't something that comes across every day, you know.
This is true.
You
can also just use it to beat someone with.
Oh yeah, metal arms are far more damaging than the fleshy ones. And you kind of see him wander over to a stack of the burnt out Iron Man armor and he picks an arm up out of it. And he kind of puts it onto the desk and he's like, let me see your stumpy part.
Kid will like walk over closer and like pull up what remains of his sleeve, because he normally just tears the sleeve off of his clothes on that side.
Very nice. He kind of looks at it. He's like, okay, was that burn or was it a cut?
Kid, so I actually have to think about this because I don't remember. Give me 5 seconds. I believe it was out of character. I believe it was a cut that was then healed over.
Okay. All right.
Well, amputation technically. Yeah.
All right. So it wasn't cut off and then cauterized with a flamethrower or something.
No, it was a situation where it was cut off in a different place, but then it got infected, so the rest of the arm had to be amputated. So.
Okay. No, that's fine. That makes sense.
Yeah.
You're kind of quickly slapping together some stuff on the arm, and he looks like aluminum foil sticker, and he slaps it onto the wound, like to the stun. Like, okay, that makes sense. And he takes the arm and he kind of attaches a bunch of straps to it. He's like, all right, don't normally say this, but take your shirt off. Well, to guys.
I was about
Don't
to
read too much
say.
into it.
Kid will do so, but there's probably going to be, because I'm not very witty, there's probably going to be some sort of quip about how normally people have to pay for this. I'm not very witty on the spot, though. I'm sorry.
Well, once he takes the shirt off, Theodore walks over and the straps on the gun kind of look like something you'd wear to hold a gun holster in place, but he quickly kind of straps it onto his body and puts the control surface onto the stump of the arm.
Awesome.
Like, you need a power pack for that. And he walks off, and you notice that the arm, he walks off muttering to himself about power. But you notice the arm is kind of heavy. Even for something that's supposed to be worn like a big metal glove, it's quite heavy.
Kid is gonna poke it.
He pokes it. It moves really loose. It's not stiff like you expect in a robot arm, but it's definitely heavy. It's kind of this just regular bright red color. Not very conspicuous at all, just, well, something tells you Mr. Silvers isn't about humbleness at all. He comes back with a bunch of science mumbo jumbo. And he starts attaching it to the arm. He's like, do me a favor. If you lose this, at least tell me, so at least I know who to send the bill to.
So if this gets blasted off by the enemy, you're gonna bill them instead of me, right?
I don't know. Did you put your arm in the way of the bullet?
Is this gonna fall apart if it gets hit by a bullet?
No. But are you gonna let it get hit by a bullet?
Hopefully not.
Oh, good. We're in agreement. And you hear a flick of a switch, and you feel a little shock in your stump, and the arm tightens up. Like, all
Gonna
right.
poke it again. It's still loose.
No, it's not loose.
It's weird as fuck.
He's like, well, move your damn arm.
Are you serious?
He's staring at you like you're the one that's crazy.
Alright, so if Kid tries to move the arm, does the arm move?
The arm kind of moves. It moves up and down, and it's very stiff.
Holy shit, you're a wizard.
That's the term I usually say for crazy people like Phoenix, but I'll take the compliment. He's like, don't lose that. If anything else, don't lose a little battery pack on your ass. You get that back to me, I'll see if I can fine tune it. But as of now, should work bluntly enough as a fist to smack people with.
Awesome. What do I owe you?
Don't worry about it. I'll call in a favor later on.
I can deal with that.
All right. Good luck on your mission. Don't die. I want to see how that thing turns out.
No promises, but if I do die, I'll come back as a ghost, so...
Well, I don't believe in ghosts. You have a hard time bothering me. He sips on his coffee and he watches you for a moment. They got the miracles of robotics.
Kid's gonna wave and head back to Rex and Kenway.
You head back to Rex and Ken without a shirt.
Right. Right, I should probably get that. Can he just carry that in his other hand without actually having to put it on?
He could carry his shirt in his red arm.
All right. So out of character, that didn't cost me CP, correct?
He didn't charge you a dime.
All right. Do I have enough to buy a dagger or something?
You could possibly buy a knife.
Yeah, just like something small in case like I need to shank someone.
Okay.
Wait. Can I take this?
There's
Can I take this card?
Buy with 1 CP.
I could not hear you. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Go, Carp. Go. Go, Carp. Go.
Well, there is a knife you could buy with 1 CP.
That's fine.
Okay. So go get you that knife.
You hand a wad of cash to Esmeralda in the kitchen. She hands you a knife, like one motion with the other hand. Just without a word, just.
All right. Out of character, should I add the arm to Kid's equipment list, or do you guys want to add the arm to the equipment list? Or...
I'm going to say, yeah, it will be added to your equipment list.
All right. Oh, one last question. Can I get a new eye patch because the mafia stole my last one?
Oh yeah, I don't.
You could just go to the infirmary and ask for one.
All right. Awesome.
All right. People wanted to do things too. Next order of business.
Jesse wanted to ask more about the government people. Like, he's gonna say he's talking to Jazzy, and he's gonna say, but these people are like, these are hunters also. Like, they're not gonna just shoot innocent mortals like us. They're only gonna be violent towards. Are we?
Jazzy, right?
Yeah. Like, are they actually gonna be hostile towards us? Like, we're on the same side, right?
Well, if you ask Jazzy that question, she'll give a very tired sigh. She's like, I don't really know much about the 51st sect. We thought they were part of we thought they were part of Task Force Valkyrie. Turned out they're not part of Task Force Valkyrie. As far as I could tell, is they're not really part of anything or anyone. They just showed up like 10 years ago, just doing whatever they want, not really clear what they actually go for. And whoever gets in their way, those people just disappear. We have we are good at finding people, but there's something wrong with the group.
So they are the type to shoot first and ask questions later?
I wish I could say they could shoot first and ask questions later. We don't find bodies.
Okay. So Jesse's gonna buy a bulletproof vest after that conversation.
Am I going to assume I find pretty much the same information in the folder as well? Because that was my question too.
in the folder, it reads as this: the 51st sect or the Cabal were first thought to be part of Task Force Valkyrie, but it's been shown through multiple engagements that they don't follow the same rules or engagement techniques as the other ones. They're not willing to make people disappear regardless of involvement or not. In many instances, entire groups or cul-de-sacs people have vanished from the map after coming in contact with the 51st sect. Not much is known about their weaponry or their tactics, but things are definitely be taken as highly dangerous. Always be approached with caution.
Wait a minute. Who is purchasing a bulletproof vest?
Jesse.
Okay, Jesse was purchasing.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. Oh, a Kevlar vest.
Quite literally, the information of the 51st sect in the folder is like one paragraph, where the others are like a page or two.
Okay, I was about to say, hopefully the information on the turnkey is more enlightening.
Yes. Turnkey, as the folder puts it, is a key or the locking mechanism to a interdimensional prison. Ancient peoples used to use these to lock away things they actually couldn't destroy or figure out to get rid of through normal means. And considering they had to put this thing into another dimension, you imagine these things are quite nasty. The actual prisoner in this Pacific Key is the horse lord Faris. He's been known to cause famine over centuries of actual existence. But he's never been released since his closure. And for the most part, turnkeys, the common key of getting them opened is they must be inserted into a host to keep the door open. And some prisoners may not actually leave their turnkey prison. They can only partially enter the world after being enclosed. I'm not sure whether this is one of those or a simple open the door, let the big bad out, and then the door closes again.
Right.
Yeah.
Also, this is a reason why I wish this stuff was written down. How do you spell this?
Well, what would you like to spell? Because I get Faris is Faris.
Yeah, the famine dude, whatever it is.
Yeah. If you want it typed out,
yeah, please.
Give me a moment to do that, 'cause I'm on a slow ass phone.
Thank you.
That is actual way you spell it.
Like, while everyone else is gearing up, can I actually find out more about this guy?
Yes. You can make a. How are you gonna look him up? Through asking someone, looking up just on the internet?
No, I'm not really all that good. He's not really all that good with the internet. He is very good with old school libraries.
Well, I know a certain someone who has a extensive library about geeky boogies and stuff. His name is Phoenix. He's a goddamn wizard. Go talk to him.
I most certainly will. Because he owes me one. He owes me a lot, actually.
You know where that guy is, so.
Yep.
Actually, you don't. Just go ask someone.
I know how to do it.
Well, like, if you want to find him, you can just, we'll just give that to you. You don't really have to ask for anything, you just find out where he's
at. Okay.
Sorry, I was spaced out for a second there.
It's okay.
What exactly was Thomas going to go to Phoenix about? A reminder?
Access to that lovely library of his.
Oh.
Because I want to look up this Faris character.
Oh, the Faris character. All right. Okay, so, well, you know that he's up in his room.
Okay.
His quarters.
Then I'll visit him there.
Okay. So you're up at the quarters, then the door is closed.
I'll just straighten up my tie and just knock on the door.
And you hear, "Come in."
And so I open the door.
All right. So what you see is you see Phoenix hanging down, like upside down from the roof on like some kind of bar, and he's doing some crunches. It's like, Thomas, how do you do?
Not too bad. We're about to go on another mission. Thought I might do some reading up beforehand.
Yeah. Yeah, you're going to be going up with those,
51st set. as well as the Aegis Kai door.
Yeah, also the Aegis Kai Dickles too, aren't right?
Mm-hmm. And hey, any little advantage I can get.
Okay, so you see him, and he kind of lands. He kind of gets off the bar, lands on the floor, and comes up to you. So, what can I do for you?
Well, I'm going to need, as I said, a extra edge. And in this case, if I'm going to do research, the best person I know I can go to for this.
What would that be?
I want to know more about possible prisoners for this turkey, especially ones like Faris.
I personally don't know too much about it.
But
what?
Remember when you first helped me? And then I subsequently saved you because of that?
Oh. Yeah, no.
Come on, give me a chance to stick it up to the
library again.
Well, it'll give me a chance to stick it up to those Aegis Kaigoro guys. Can you really say no to that?
No, I actually got into a lot of trouble putting it there the first time. It's a place where, how do I put this? It's a place where ordinary folks aren't allowed to be in the first place. I only got you there because, well, it was a desperate situation, and you could help in that. But, yeah, bad things would happen to you and to me.
Okay, so I can't have access to it, but you still do.
I suppose I could look it up.
See, it's not that bad, is it?
I'll see what I can find.
Thanks, man. You're the best. Only I was a little bit balling, then I could be working under you. Anyway, we're leaving in about out of character. When do you think that would be?
Maybe 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Maybe that.
I'll have to leave in about 10 minutes or so. So if you can just pass the information off through Adrian and then to me, then that'll be great. If you don't catch me before then.
Phone you, how's that?
Your mic is really breaking up.
Oh, he just said, Phoenix just says, I'll just phone you.
Thanks. I'll be keeping an ear out. Catch you later. And just walks up.
All right. Anything else that anyone wants to do?
Okay.
Didn't
ready to roll.
Didn't Kid want to talk to? God, I'm blanking on their names. Rex and Kenway.
I already did my stuff. Oh no, I'm just going back to them.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna assume that this isn't something I can use my library on beforehand.
If you're gonna look something up, yeah, there is a not mystical library. There is a.
I have the library merit, so I have my library.
Where is your library exactly?
I assume that it's be with the Cardians, and I assume that he also has shit on the mobile because it's the 21st century.
E-books for the win.
Isn't around your house?
Oh, he's definitely got physical books at his house, but like I said, it wouldn't be impossible to imagine he has stuff on his phone.
Yeah.
Oh, he has.
But I guess it depends. What are you looking up?
I have an occult library, and so that thing we're going after, can I look that up in a book, or is that am I straight up not
Yeah, that library merit would apply. Roll intelligence plus occult plus your library dots.
Cool.
If you have it on your phone, that's cool.
Yep.
That reminds me, I should pull up my books.
Nice.
That your oh, damn.
What was the successes?
4 successes.
Pretty good. Pretty good. What you find on Ferris is, other than being the Lord of Horses, he's also the King of Speed. Very often, people who encounter him would become fanatical worshippers of Fast. They would breed special horses that could run faster than any other living horse, but would die out of exhaustion soon after stopping. The being itself is described as having hair with like whipping, like his hair would resemble whipping tentacles, and eyes is the size of a man's head. His size itself would differ from person to person. It goes from he's actually the size of a bear to just larger than a man. He's described to have 4 arms and 6 legs. And his stare is described as being on fire.
That's good.
Many the mages or priests that put him away all died fairly soon after imprisoning him from heart attacks. So a very dangerous individual, you could say.
Yeah, you could say.
You read snippets of information about him being able to craft warriors of sand and salt. But everything else seems to be less descriptive and more about the horrible things he does to people and how fields would die in his presence and animals would starve and yada yada yada. Biblical badness.
Mm-hmm.
That's generally what you dig up. Nothing horrendously bad, but okay bad.
Oh, he's glad he bought bullets.
Well, anything else?
I'm good.
Okay. Well, after a little while, you guys gather up and you guys head down into the garage, and you can take your own vehicles, or Theodore has gladly decided to let you borrow 2 of his SUVs for this.
How far out is this?
A few hours northern Nevada.
Kid raises his hand. Can I drive?
No.
No.
Puts his hand
I'll be
down.
taking a ride.
Kid will probably be sticking with Kenway and Rex.
So how many people are actually coming on this mission? I keep forgetting the number.
I mean,
Let's see. Kenway, Rex, Thomas, and then there's Jesse. Well, and the kid, of course. Kid is going with Kenway and Rex.
So that's like this.
So I guess that means
like that can 5 people can fit in like 1 SUV.
But do we want to suffer each other's company is the question.
Well, we're gonna have to, so.
Mm-hmm.
All right, saves on gas. And it's like, That means you also get to spend time with my wonderful personality.
I don't think anyone's excited about that.
So, who's behind the wheel?
Not it.
I'll drive. Someone has to be the mom friend, you know?
Shotgun.
So you guys pull out.
Go team soccer mom.
You guys pull out of the Silver Rush, and you guys head off to New Vegas. By the time you guys actually leave the hotel, it's about 2:30. Do me a favor and roll drive and Dex to see if you get there in actual timely manner.
Excellent roll things. Rex actually has better drive.
You want to switch?
Sure, I don't actually have any dots and drive, so this is going to be a disaster.
I'm the speed
This
demon.
is why.
I speed.
This is why I said not it.
I didn't expect you to roll drive.
I mean, Kid did volunteer, but...
No, puts your hand back down.
You're not allowed to drive. You have 2 flaws that affect driving. Fucking...
Did it go fast enough?
Gotta go fast.
Okay, so what ended up being the roll for drive?
Oh, it was
One.
1?
Yep.
It's not a critical failure. It takes a while. It's almost sunset before you actually reach the lake bed. At some point, you actually had to stop and get directions, and then you were right on the way. It was as easy as stopping at that creepy gas station and talking to the really, really, really creepy gas station owner that was just telling you that going this way will get you killed.
Basically, one of those guys that go, so you're going way up there, huh?
He gave you the story of the ghost. He told you like so many ghost stories in like 12 seconds. You're kind of confused on actually how you got the directions out of all that, but you're just like you got back into the SUV and like apparently there's an Indian slaughter up there and like they moved 1,000 slave graves up there. Like I don't know what he was talking about, but apparently he's off the IOA. But you guys get
smoke break when you do that.
So you guys drive up to a gutted out building. It looks like it could at one point have been a resort. You drive past the decrepit, crumbling buildings, and you see there is a small dirt worn road leading out into the lake itself. The lake, in all its flatness, stretches out seemingly infinitely out in front of you. In the far distance, you see the edges of mountains peeking up in what seems to be an impossible distance away. You quickly check the directions, and it says the center of the lake bed. Once you reach the resort, just head north, and you'll see the old what should be the old water tower. It should stand out bright red, blue, and white.
So did everyone read the dossier?
Did it?
I mean, Ken probably did.
I mean, did anyone read it to the rest of the group?
I will have the pleasure of doing so.
Know where they're going?
I can.
Probably didn't.
What was that?
Yeah, like I figured Thomas could give a rundown if people just decided to ignore it. It's like,
we definitely didn't.
You should have done that at any point on the drive over.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like That's what I'm trying to at least get at, to at least make sure people were up on the up and up, and like.
I mean,
that's.
We can also probably also just run on the drive over because everyone's Rex has nothing to do. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, just fair warning. Aegis Sidoro is our allies, but not entirely friends. Yes, they invited us over for dinner, but they also gave us a jackass box.
You're the only one who's mad at that box, dude.
I'm well within my reason for why I'm mad at that box. Having said that, the other group is also more dangerous, if not equally so, because we have no information on them, and they're very likely armed to the teeth.
All right, don't piss your pants, buddy.
By all means, ignore them. Not ignore. Avoid them as much as you can, and better yet, send the Aegis Kaidoro their way. They might be able to have a better time handling them than us. Those two are the professionals, after all.
Well, Ken said, "Don't piss your pants, buddy."
Our best bet is to get in, keep our heads down, grab the thing, and get out of there before anyone notices. As we were told. No heroics, no showing off. All right?
Kid is just like, oh, I want to blow everything up. Shame.
Being a wise ass doesn't become you, kid.
So, venture out onto the lake bed. That's a question. Head out?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. You guys get onto the flats of the dry lake bed and you start driving. The landmark of the hotel and resort that was once great fades off, and very soon you feel engulfed in the flat. Everyone make a perception check for me.
Of course.
Real funny. It's like, fuck you.
Yep,
Is
today.
Is this a vision-based perception roll?
It is vision-based, but to an extent, it's also hearing.
All right. Well, I just need to know due to my penalty. So.
Understand. Primary vision, secondary hearing, if that makes sense. And if you need a order of steps,
yeah,
third
your
smell.
vision penalty would apply here.
One second.
Or looking around.
Sorry, my browser doesn't give me seconds. I'm sorry.
Fine. No worries.
Yeah, Roll20 really isn't. Roll20 is really just giving us a hard time.
It's not giving you an inch, is it?
At least we're succeeding, though. Unless this depends on an exceptional success, I think we're going to be fine.
Okay, so everybody's made their rolls.
Mm-hmm.
Do me a favor and do me a favor and put your character and their role into the call chat.
Alrighty.
Sorry for the extra step, but it's very hard for me to actually follow.
Okay.
Okay.
Also, I pulled my keyboard away here, so does that sound better to you guys when I type?
No, I'm fine. I actually didn't have an issue with your sound at all.
Yeah.
All right. Thank goodness, because I figured that would be a better case. And I can't see what I'm typing half the time, but
okay.
I can do.
Kenway. Who's behind the wheel?
Rex.
Rex.
Rex. Okay. Kenway, Thomas, and Rex. You don't see it, but you hear a faint. You hear a other vehicle somewhere behind you. It's very faint, but you hear it. Jess and Kid, you both hear it, but you also turn back and look. You see a other car driving towards you. You can't really tell the difference. You can't really see it in detail because of the heat lines and the fading sun, but it's moving very fast to you. It is coming up quick behind you guys.
Does it look like it's gonna try to hit us?
It might. It's closing fast enough that you would say it might.
So,
Dad, there's someone behind us.
Step on it, time for cover.
Is the road narrow? Or
There is no road. You're on the soft flats. It's open. It's all open.
Can you kind of like move over to the side, see what that does? Like if they'll follow or not?
Yeah. That's a good idea.
Yeah, basically, if they maneuvers.
Yeah, if they swerve.
Okay, so you're going to try turning away.
Yeah, just get out of their way.
Okay. All right. As you they haven't even got. They're still quite a distance away, but you turn, to kind of move out their trajectories, and by the time you've kind of turned away, they're now in view. It does look like to be some kind of hot rod of some sort. But in no form or fashion does it look anything beyond a restored junkyard car, though. As it passes you, you get a good look at the people inside of it. You see two bald men sitting in the front seat, and they look at you, and as the car pulls up just to follow you, you see someone stand up on the back, grab onto the back rail, and he pulls his arm back and he throws
hit the brakes.
A spear at you. Aiming at the back real well.
A spear?
Yes, it was Kaidura. I knew it was going to be that.
Okay, can I just swerve out of the...
Hit the brakes. Hit the brakes then and there.
No, we're not hitting the brake.
Right. So, make a drive roll for me.
Yeah, buddy, okay. This roll this roll is gonna suck. Hang on, I'll just willpower it. It might not help.
Oh, yay.
It did help. That was a willpower used, by the way.
He got 2 successes.
Okay. You hit the brakes as hard as you can, and everyone in the car jerks as a result. I hope everyone has a seatbelt.
Wait. Oh, I meant to like swerve out of the way of the spear.
Well, you swerve out the way of the spear, and it doesn't hit the car directly. But as soon as it hits the ground, it explodes.
Oh shit!
And it's enough to send the.
That is like shotgun, and he just like shakes Rex like, oh god.
It's enough to send the SUV on its side and tumbling onto the ground.
Which way do we land?
All of you. Everyone roll let's say stamina and survival.
Stamina and what?
Okay. Survival.
Stamina and survival.
Do we get bonuses for seatbelts?
Yeah, you get 1 bonus for seatbelts. Yeah.
Okay, I had a seatbelt on.
Oh, nice.
Last time he had a seat, he didn't have a seatbelt. Well, yeah. Oh, great! This is a physics-based role that I am not trained in. Fantastic.
Aspiration, man. Aspiration.
Yeah. Let's see it.
Oh!
Wait. I get a +1 for seatbelt?
Yeah.
Yay.
roll another, roll another, roll.
Yes.
Yay!
Yes!
Hey, crap! Holy crap, I rolled 3 dice and got 3 successes. Whew.
Okay, just
Yeah,
like
we all got
before,
really
put it
lucky.
into the chat so I could see it.
Gotcha.
Damn, Rex. Oh, poor Jess.
It was 2 dice.
Yeah, I had 3 dice. I had an extra for the seatbelt.
Okay, so as the car hits the ground and starts to tumble, Jess, Henway, and Kid aren't killed. But they are knocked out and they're rattled.
Oh no.
After the 3rd flip, Rex's head thumps hard against the ceiling and he gets knocked out.
Uh-oh. Darn.
The SUV stops on its ceiling. So you're upside down. Thomas, you're fading in and out of consciousness. You hear the airbags deflating. You hear the sound of people moaning and glass shattering, and you see out the rearview mirror that hot rod bolting towards the SUV, and you see the guy who was on the back stand and kind of hang off the side. He has another spear in his hand. And before everything goes black, you hear a loud crack of a rifle.
We did.
Shit.
We died.
My last thought.
Rip Cardians Las Vegas.
No. We've been saved.
Y'all died, and thanks for playing, everyone. It was really great.
Everyone go to bed.
Everyone go to bed. Everyone have like a nightcap.
My last thought before falling unconscious is, and so it begins. It's like, let's hope I don't end up waking up stripped naked. It's like,
can we pause like right there, just for a second, while I answer nothing?
but yeah, thank God Thomas didn't have to do anything physical at that point. Like, I better not have to unbuckle my seatbelt and try to save everyone's asses here.
He could have grabbed Kenway's gun.
Oh no! Screw that noise.
One of my goal as a GM is to make Thomas use a gun.
Mm-hmm. It'll have to be something extraordinary, and I will wish you good luck. Like, I'm expecting it. I want it to happen, but I will resist. And wait for the right time to actually indulge in that.
What is it that you wanted? Did you want to ask a question, or is everyone back in the gate continuing?
I think Ron is doing something right now, really quickly.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask a question though. While we're paused, this is actually not towards GMs. I appreciate the interjections from Thomas, but can you try not to do that while GMs are talking? I lag really badly, and it's really hard for me to hear them when you interrupt them.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Sorry, it's just I don't want to have to keep asking them to repeat themselves. Is all.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize that was the case.
It's mostly because I lag. Sorry. I appreciate it. Thank you.
I'll go and throw stuff away now.
Are we all back now?
I think Thomas Ruben had to go throw stuff away. Did I hear that correctly?
Oh,
okay.
Looks like he's not here.
Is Ruben back? Am I allowed to continue this story?
Nope. I guess he's not back yet.
Okay, well, I'm going to continue anyways because it's going to be fine. It's going to work out. Don't worry. Rex, your head is pounding.
Oh, he's not knocked out?
Well, when your eyes open, it's dark out.
Oh shit. Is he still upside down?
Okay, I'm back.
You guys, you're laying down. Okay, good, you're back. Rex just woke up. He's laying down, and he's laying down. And he hears kind of faint chatter. As you come to, you look to your left and right, and you see the others laying down on kind of makeshift mats. And you guys are under like a tattered old umbrella. As you continue to look around, you see that it looks like you're at one of the old fueling docks for the boats when this was back at lake. You see several kind of ruined vehicles, but they don't look like they've been there for long. Most of them look modern, and most of them have sizable blast holes in them. Not only do you notice that there are quite a few people here, but you see what looks like to be a few motorcycles and quads. And you see some men standing next to one of the ruined vehicles.
Is there anyone watching them? Or no?
There's a little girl sitting near you guys with a woman. But they're not really watching you. It looks like they're just kind of staying near you.
How does the rest of the group...
Little by little, the rest of the group kind of starts to come to. Kenway, Kid, and Jess are bandaged. Some across the arm, the head, the neck, various areas you have, you're wrapped up. Slowly, everyone starts to wake up from this.
Ken would make sure that Rex and Kid are okay right away.
Yeah.
Rex, the number of that truck.
As you guys come to, the woman looks at you guys, and she sighs a breath of relief. She's like, "Oh, I'm so happy you guys survived. Are you guys all right?"
I start reaching for a cigarette.
How did we end up here?
David saw you guys crash out there, when those lunatics attacked you.
Yeah, what the fuck was that about?
I don't know. We were attacked too, and we just barely made it. We're able to. I don't know what's really going on. I'm just really scared for my daughter, and I really, frankly, just want to get the hell out of here.
Where did they go?
The
guys who attacked us.
She looks around. You'll have to talk to Frank about it. He's the one with the gun. She points to one of the men looking at the vehicles.
Ken would go talk to him.
I light up a cigarette and say, "Don't worry, madam. The professionals are here."
It's like, oh, thank God. The other professionals that were here said the same thing, but they're doing nothing. And she kind of nods her head to a completely different part of the kind of ground, and you see 4 men standing there. They're dressed in black suits, black fedoras, black sunglasses.
Looks like we met our first rivals.
Strangely, actually bizarrely clean. But they're standing there, not discussing anything, but waiting for something to happen, watching the groups.
I'm going to look back at her and say, "Well, thankfully we're not the type to just sit around and do nothing."
Can I talk to that guy again?
Yeah. You walk over to the group of men, and they hear you walking up, and they turn around. 3 of them look like they're just regular, run-of-the-mill kind of hillbilly guys. One has a rifle strapped to his back. The other two just are kind of like trucker hillbilly kind of look style. He kind of looks you over like, oh, you guys are finally awake now. Hope you guys didn't bang your head out there. Couldn't get out there fast enough to stop those guys from wrecking your vehicle, sadly.
I think we're all right, but who were those guys and where'd they go?
Hell if I know. I took out the guy on the back, but he just kept on holding on to the truck, whatever the hell that monster buggy was. They drove off as soon as I hit one of them.
You gave up the chase because you stepped in that easily?
Well, don't think they could do much versus a good arm, good long arm, and someone with a keen eye.
Damn. Well, thank you very much for helping us out. Pretty sure if it wasn't for you, we'd be dead right now.
Well, don't thank me too soon, because you're stuck in the same situation we all are now.
Right, so where are we?
Well, we're at one of the old fueling things for the vehicles out here. He kind of thumbs to the other two looking hillbilly guys. He's like, Victor and Bob here, we just come out here a weekend to come out and ride our bikes and drink some beers, but as soon as we got out here, we got attacked by the lunatics. We were run all the way up here. For some reason, they can't just get the vehicles up on these hills. As soon as they slowed down, they freaked down, they left. But by the time we got back to our trucks, they had blown them half the hill. We were able to get what we could get, what we can carry back over here or drag those to the ATVs. We're trying to make something usable to try to get the hell out of here. I know as soon as we walk up into those flatlands, they're gonna get us.
Oh, well, let me know if there's anything I can do to help you.
He's like, yeah. Well, I mean, since you're here, might as well introduce you to the rest of the group. You're, Victor and Senior Bob, and he points to the other two gentlemen. And he's like, we caught these two eggheads out here doing some appearance for a show or something. James and Adam, something. They're helping us put together a vehicle, see if we get out here in one piece. Both James and Adam come over and they shake your hands. And they introduce themselves, Adam Savage and Jamie Heineman.
I'm sorry, what?
The scientists, they introduce themselves as Adam Savage and Jamie Heineman.
Are you fucking serious? Oh my god.
Oh my god.
This is perfect. Is this just a joke or is this actual in-character knowledge and you'd be like, holy shit, it's the Mythbusters?
Well, they have a show.
Holy
don't
shit!
know you from somewhere?
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Is Kid allowed to fail yet?
Well, if you guys want to freak out, you guys can freak out.
Kid's not gonna freak out. He's gonna
No,
tell me this. I think I know you from somewhere.
Brooks would be all like, hey, I know you guys.
Kid is just quietly shaking Rex's arm.
And he kind of explained what happened to them and their crew, and sadly, out of the 20 people they brought out there, they're the only ones that made it up here.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
This is why the B team never came back.
And Frank kind of gestures towards the other side of the encampment where you see the lady and her kid. There's a few other gentlemen there, and he's like, well, that's David, Kim, and their little girl Heidi, and then it's their old folks, Lou and something Chinese. Yeah. So Lou and Yao over there. They were here before we got here, though. They said they came here in a tour bus and 35 people. They're the only souls to get out there alive.
Damn. All right, well, Ken would introduce himself and also Rex and Kid, and then be like, now that we're here, maybe we can think of something to get out of the situation.
Yeah. Well, I was trying to get out of here with the help of those G-man over there. He kind of gestures over to the strange guys in suits. He kind of looks back to you and kind of lowers his voice. He's like, "You ask me. They didn't even get attacked. They just wandered over here on foot. Said they were attacked. Seems kind of strange. Everyone got a spot of dust on them, but they seem to be the non-hostile type. So you just let them in." Kind of thinking they weren't. They all just give me the creeps. You ask me. Standing around all day.
Squints at them.
Even now, with the fading the light, the sun setting over the mountains, there's a little fireplace in the center of the little makeshift camp, and they're standing at the very edge of it. You can barely make them out in the light, but you can see the firelight reflecting off their glasses. It's really fucking eerie.
Is it possible to do Eye for the Strange here to determine if there's anything supernatural about them?
If you want to make that roll, yes.
I think it was...
Composure.
Also, you may... So, sorry, someone... Did you say something, Carp?
I said the intelligence
The roll.
composure. That was it.
2 successes.
Okay. You could tell that they are absolutely not normal. There is something very wrong about them. But you can't idea as a supernatural source. At least not one you know of. There's something wrong with them. You don't know what. But whatever supernatural thing they have, there's a lot of it.
Ken would point that out to all his compatriots very quietly.
Except for Thomas, who's already approaching them.
Well,
Yeah. GG, he's about to die.
Well, Thomas, you walk up to them and 4 of the 5 men look at one of them and he steps up. He takes a few steps forward towards just to kind of speak for them, you say. And he stands there waiting for you to say something.
Oh. I think that's a Mickey Mouse crib. He's like, mind if I use the fire?
He kind of gestures open hand to the fire, is like, it's not our fire. But it
fooled me.
Brings us more. So.
And I basically kneel down to light my cigarette that way. Very awkward, but hey.
The whole time you're lighting your cigarette, the 4 staring at you. The 5th one kind of impartially watches you. Like you were attacked as well?
You could say that. But never do you see people throwing explosive spears.
Yes, it was also quite unexpected when we came into such savages.
Yeah, unexpected, huh?
Yes.
So what exactly is your story? Why are you out here? Is it?
You hear a cracking from him. And he says very calmly, recovery. Some desirable folks were left to gather something and they failed their objective. We are simply making sure such items are returned to their proper place.
I wish you luck with that. I was like, if you need any help, we're right over here.
Thank you for the offer.
Now, out of character, this way of talking that he's doing, is it feel like synthetic? Is it?
It doesn't feel
or just forced. Is it?
Well, make a perception check. Is what I would say to you.
All right.
Should it be empathy?
Well, I'm looking for the quality of the voice rather than understanding any emotion in the voice. And it's like, exceptional. 5 dice. 5 successes.
All right. The voice doesn't sound forced. He sounds like he's struggling to talk though. Kind of like it feels like he's speaking with an accent, but he's trying to hide it. And you notice that when the cracking sound came more or less from behind him than him himself, from his body.
Yeah, I'm thinking like behind the neck. He's like, All right then. Anyway, my name's Thomas, by the way. May I know the pleasure of your names? I mean, we're all in the same boat.
His hand comes up to shake yours, to meet yours, like, Mr. Blue. And in order from left to right, each one goes Mr. Red, Mr. White, Mr. Pink, Mr. Gray.
I take Mr. Blue's hand gingerly and then say, let me guess, someone else took Mr. Purple?
He shakes your hand, and there's if you imagine a toothy grin, just the lips, just no teeth though. Just he smiles and his mouth never opens. It's a very, very big smile. And he says, I do like humor. It's very fun.
That it is, my friend. That it is.
He's still shaking your hand, just constantly.
And I'm still shaking his. Is he good for you too?
He's like, yeah. Oh, he stopped shaking. Then he stopped shaking. He let go of your hand. His hand drops to his side. He's like, yeah.
And
it's very good.
And maybe in a weird sense of intimidation, I'm going to give this sort of foxy grin to them. In a sort of like, hey, I'm a predator. And it's like, don't let your guard down.
When you smile, when you give them that smile, all 5 of them smile the same way that you did at the same exact time. In unison, they smile at you. They return the same smile. And they all drop it. It's like, you should catch some sleep. You need rest after your ordeal.
All right. Thank you for that. Good evening.
As you say that, he steps back in line with the others and resumes staring.
I have an
I
question.
join back with the rest of the guys.
Yes?
Am I allowed to say that Kid was watching all of that from a distance, but it would have been possible for him to be watching? He wouldn't be able to hear anything, but...
Oh, totally. If you want to try hearing, you can make a perception roll.
No, just watching is fine, because... Jesus Christ, they all smell really creepily. and Kid remembers the last time he was in deserts with people who acted really, really fucking creepy. Hide behind Kenway.
Hey, they mimicked his smile. They mimicked Thomas's smile. So who are you more creeped out by?
What?
Well, if the angle that Kid was looking at didn't see Tom technically smile like that.
Probably
True enough.
Am I allowed to roll anything to try? I have 1 dot of occult. Can I roll to see if they're like anything similar to what Kid experienced the last time he was in a weird desert?
Sure, you can make a roll.
What I roll for that?
It's a wit and occult.
All right. Nope.
They're weird. They're really weird. They're scary weird.
Okay,
you don't
so
like them.
Basically, Savvy essentially gives you a willpower point on any social rolls against them. Pretty much.
Oh, one other thing. Since I was up close to them, was I able to when they were giving out names, could I identify like small marks? Well, I mean, not marks, but like identifiers to be able to tell them apart at that distance?
From left to right, there's one with black hair, there's one with red hair, there's one with blonde hair, there's one with red hair, there's one with kind of gray hair, you want to say? Didn't look older, but he had gray hair.
Okay. So, redhead, red hair.
Mr. Redhead, red hair.
Yeah. No, wait. Mr. Redhead, black hair. Because you said black first, right?
Mr. Redhead, black.
Mr. White has red.
Yeah.
Mr. Pink has black.
Yeah, no, Mr. Pink has blonde.
Blonde, that's it. Mr. Gray has red, and then Mr. Blue must have gray.
No, Mr. Blue is ginger.
Ah, so Mr. Gray has gray.
Yeah.
That makes things simple. All right, and between the two redheads, one is a lighter and one's a darker red?
One is a actual red, one is closer to blonde.
And the one closer to blonde is white, right?
The Mr. Blue, the one you talked to, the ginger. But they're all the same.
Okay, I'm going to need these identifiers, especially for the condition savvy.
Okay.
Yeah, I do return to the rest of the group. Fairly nonchalantly, like everything's going to plan.
So, as you get to the group, Adam and Jamie are talking to Frank about Frankensteining a vehicle for all of them together. Because all the vehicles can't be repaired. They just don't have the parts for it. But they should be able to rush together a suitable ride before midday tomorrow.
Now the question.
Right, let's Mad Max this shit.
Yeah, buddy.
I want to actually have a quick discussion with the rest of my teammates. Mainly so we can consolidate our information and share it.
All right. Frank says, go ahead, man. You guys been through a lot. You guys probably should catch up.
Is everyone okay?
First and foremost, I will go to the ones that have been, that were injured the most. I'm like, you all okay?
No one took any actual damage, did they?
No one took actually any damage.
Yeah,
Yeah, they were. Yeah, okay.
Just a little
That's
shaken up.
good.
Kid is
Good.
thoroughly fine Kenway, keeping distance between him and the weird people.
All right. So, I was like, that group over there, very likely the 54th sect. I was like,
There's something wrong with them.
Are they
that's
snakes?
I don't
No,
think
they're
they're
not
snakes.
snakes. Pat's kid on the arm.
No. I was like, if I have a solid guess, I was like, it might be heavily modified.
Shrugs.
But take that with a grain of salt. I was like, that's it. What have you found with the rest of the people? I was like,
I guess Ken would say the bit about how they're trying to fix stuff and how they got here. I don't remember all of it, so I'm not gonna rehash it myself.
Wait, so you're repairing the car?
I thought they were. That's what you said they were up to.
Okay. We're gonna have to roll for that. There's a special.
No, not the.
Yeah, we're not doing that
Not
yet.
the party.
Just relaying.
The NPCs are actually doing that one, but no one's actually taking part of it.
Oh, okay. So it's just being repaired. All right.
Yeah, I'm relaying the fact that it's being repaired.
Oh, okay. I thought you guys were actually doing the repairing.
Nope, not yet.
Not yet,
So
but
you
we
just-
can definitely help with it.
Building equipment roll.
What?
Don't worry about it. He's talking about when you guys start doing it.
Yeah, I know there's gonna be a roll for that.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it though. You don't have to roll for that, so no worries.
But in essence, you do tell him about how apparently they had stopped following them when they got to around this point.
What? Sorry.
Like, apparently, the hillbillies were chased out here, but they managed to, like, the guys that were chasing them had stopped, like, stayed away from this point that we were at. It's like,
Yeah, they said as much.
yeah, okay. And you relayed that to Thomas, right?
Mm-hmm. I relayed that to the entire group.
All right. So the first question on Thomas's mind is, what is keeping them at bay? It's like, and can we take it with us to keep them further at bay? It's like, what's around the area? Is it pretty much? Is it anything more than what people have set up here? It's like,
the actual description of the area, other than the ruined cars and the kind of thrown up ramshack fortifications, it looks like it's a two-story building, which you guys are outside the building. No one's gone inside the building yet.
mm-hmm.
It's a ruined two-story building, with gas pumps at each of the old dock stands. Underneath there's like 10 feet between the dock and the sand of the salt flat. There is a ramp that goes all the way down to the bottom of the salt flat, most likely the way everyone's been coming up and down. But the ramp curves, it's not straight down. So there's no easy way to drive up it. You would have to turn to get on it and then turn onto the top of it. So the entire area is lifted off the salt flat floor, and it's vertical walls on each side.
mm-hmm.
So does that mean we can't reach the building?
So you can walk into the building. No one's gone in. Everyone else is outside the building though.
You want to go explore it, guys?
Yeah, I'm going to pretty much. I'm wanting to check this out, like the building out, and I'll notify people that I'm going to be doing that. And if anyone wanted to join me.
Jesse's what
Rex
is
is
the guy's name? Frank.
Right.
Frank. Jesse's gonna ask Frank if they've been in the building yet, or if they know what's in it.
Frank said he kind of looked for any kind of phone or anything like that. He says there's a basement of some sort, but it's locked up tight.
Right.
Big old padlock on it.
Mm-hmm. We said something in the DM chat really quick.
Thank you.
Well, basements. I am not going in there. Have fun.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Rex is going in anyways.
I find it strange that yeah. So it's just going to be me and
No, Jesse's gonna come with Thomas.
all right. Very good, man.
Need someone to pick that padlock.
Oh. Truly,
In the meantime, I can help with the car repair things.
I guess I'll go with Thomas since can't really help with the car repair.
What would be a car
He knows
repair
some stuff
role?
about that, so he would help.
All right, so let's do the house first.
Okay. I'm going to pull out the flashlight that I've had a few sessions now. Was it? I certainly picked it up at some point in the past sessions, and I've been keeping it on me. Wasn't sure if I was supposed to put that in on my character sheet or let the GMs handle it.
If it's fine, if you have it, you have it. We'll insert
okay, all right.
So
yeah, it's getting dark.
You guys walk into the aging building. You see desks where they're abandoned. Everything's thick with dust and sand. And underneath the stairs, you see a kind of a heavily rusted steel cover for a door that leads downwards. Has a big old padlock on it, which is also fairly rusted over.
All in favor of checking the rest of the place out before this, or raise their hand?
Wait, what?
Yeah, I think we should check this room out before trying to go in the creepy basement.
All right, so that's 2, if not 3.
Kid shrugs. She doesn't care.
Let's check it out. It's like,
So
by the
you
way,
you guys are gonna have to make a perception check for me.
a second. And we'll put it in the chat for you.
Oh.
Thank you, kind. Okay, Rex.
Crit fail me, bitch!
Rex opens up a desk and a scorpion jumps on his hand.
Oh, fuck. He'll immediately try to shake that off.
And starts painting it and just starts attacking him.
Oh, no!
Holy shit.
Get fucked.
Whoa, wait, Rex is in the building with us? I thought you were working on the car.
No, he went with you guys.
Kenway was working in the car.
Oh, okay. Sorry for that.
Well, Rex is getting attacked by scorpions.
Can you shake it off his hand?
You take one bashing from the scorpion's total assault on your hand. It's brutal.
Oh, fuck. He'll just be swearing loudly.
You don't even get to kill it. It falls off and falls through a crack on the floor. It's horrible. It's a horrible experience. You're gonna go cry again away about it later. Thomas and Kid, you guys kind of find all the desks been gutted of everything. You find some disintegrating paperwork. Kid, you find your way into a kitchen place. And you open up all the cabinets and find nothing but dust bunnies and mold that itself has turned into dust. Um, but you do find a can. It doesn't look rusted. But it's an unmarked can.
Just a can?
A can. Just a can. It's still good. You shake it and you hear this stuff inside of it.
Gonna put that in my backpack. Don't know what it is. Gonna put it in my backpack.
You put the can of whatever into your backpack.
Yep.
For later. Thomas, you also find your way into the kitchen, and you notice at the top shelf there is a old box. You pull it down, and the sand sitting on top of it kind of falls off and makes a big poof of non-nautical dust in the air. But opening it up, you find a very old revolver inside. Looking at it, it looks really, really worn. Like you pull back the hammer, and it takes a little bit of strength to get it to come back.
Is it in any way loaded? It's like, are there bullets go with this?
Well, I'm pulling open the little switch, and you kind of look through the cylinders, and there are no bullets in it. You see a single bullet. Make a guns roll for me. Guns and wits.
So just wits.
Yeah, just wits.
I'm going to take a dramatic failure on this one.
You're gonna shoot yourself.
It has no bullets.
Oh, I thought there was one.
Well.
Now there is.
Yeah.
But like I said, he saw a bullet in the accident roll gun. Yeah, you see one bullet. Looks 100% fine actually. Flipping through it really quickly, the cylinder works fine. So you have a gun with a single bullet in it.
So basically, I think this gun is perfectly okay and normal.
Yeah, you think it's a little old, a little dusty, but hell, you have a gun with a bullet.
Hey kid, want a gun? Found one. Looks like it's in really good condition.
Sure, give.
And it has one
I don't think
bullet.
the guy with one arm can shoot a gun.
Kid, no, kid. Give that to me.
You can feel Ken's disapproval from across the entire
It's parenting instincts at work.
I mean, come on, what's the worst that could happen?
You shoot it.
Shoot your other eye out.
Yeah, I'm pretty much giving it the Thomas seal of approval. Yes, this is a perfectly good working gun, and it's something I will never touch.
Rex will just put it away.
And then there was,
then there was Jesse with 4.
Yes, you are the only one to venture upstairs. You get the same impression that there's nothing of value down there. And you kind of quickly fan through the few remaining desks, and you go into the manager's office. And inside you see a very, 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 very old skeleton.
Shit.
It's low. It's like it's hunched over its desk with an empty bottle of some liquor that you can't even recognize, and a shot glass in its other hand. There is there's a wall safe against the back wall. It's half hanging out, like the entire safe is hanging out of the wall.
Okay. Is it still closed?
It's still closed, but it looks like someone had tried ripping the entire safe out the wall, and now it's hanging out the wall.
Can I make like a perception? Look more at the safe.
As you look at the safe, the face of it has lots of markings around the edges of the door, and on the ground you see crowbar and some rusted over tools. But apparently someone tried getting the safe open and couldn't.
I'm gonna call down to the guys on the first floor and say, like, watch out for the skeleton, but there's this huge safe up here. Like,
Ooh,
what do you think we should do?
saves. Well, if there's a safe, there's something worth keeping safe. And do like a Dr. Evil pinky thing. He's like, and head up the stairs. And they arrive to the safe.
You guys get there to the safe room.
Mm-hmm.
By this time, it is getting very, very dark, and it's actually getting very, very cold.
Good thing I brought a coat with me. Not a coat, sorry. Would it be a coat? It's one of those weird things. Anyway, I'm going to
Can
try
I do that
and
thing where I like
to...
listen to the safe and try and crack the code?
I was about to do the same thing.
The safe?
What?
Did you touch the safe?
Yeah.
Well, the safe falls out the wall, and it then falls to the floor, and you hear a crash.
I'm really glad I told everyone to come up here. So they don't get crushed.
Alright, first one to the safe gets a chance to open it.
After the crash, you hear Kid yell, "I didn't do it."
Everyone hears that. Everyone hears the crash, and then you hear, Kid scream, "I didn't do it."
Rolls his eyes.
Alright, let's go down and see what damage it did.
By the time you guys get to the kitchen, you see the safe has halfway embedded itself into the fridge.
Oh, wait, I have a question. I'm already in the kitchen, aren't I?
Oh, someone was still in the kitchen?
Was I in the kitchen?
I called you guys upstairs, but I don't know.
Yeah, I thought we were all upstairs.
If you didn't go to the kitchen, roll for not shitting yourself when the safe falls through the ceiling.
Oh no, I didn't hear the part where everyone. That was my bad. Apologies.
It's fine. You are now in this very quiet kitchen, and then you hear this thing rip through the ceiling and crush the fridge.
Basically, this is a mummy scene here with the busy trying to golf, and then suddenly confidence.
What did you want me to roll?
Resolve and composure to not scream or freak out.
Alright, give me a second. Where are my stats?
No rush.
1 success.
Okay, you scream really loudly. But you don't, it's only for a second. You quickly regain your composure, and you don't piss and shit yourself, and this thing crushes the fridge.
And then Kid shouts, "I didn't do it."
Yeah, then you hear Kid shout, "Oh, I didn't do it."
I am Kid, so. Kid screams.
Rex will yell, "Are you okay?"
I'm missing an arm.
You see the safe door fumble off the safe and onto the ground and proceed to break through the floor into the basement. But the safe is open, and coins come tumbling out of it.
I push everyone out of the way and start grabbing.
Can I steal something without anyone noticing before they get here?
There's just, you know, when you take a bucket of coins and start dumping on the floor, it's the same effect.
Gotta pick up a handful before people get down here.
You just start grabbing coins blindly. You don't even know what's on. Just grab coins you put on your phone.
Just grab a handful. stuff in my pocket and then pretend I didn't do anything.
Ooh, that doesn't look good for Rex.
Oh. Is anyone going to look at what they're grabbing?
I was about to say that I'm not grabbing it immediately. I wanted to see what it was.
Just as good to grab some coins. And
Can I try climbing on the fridge to see what's in the safe?
Okay, wait. First, you're looking. Whoever's looking at the coins looks at the coin.
I do.
Yeah,
Thomas.
you pick up a coin and you examine it, and there's a lot of these are old coins that look like silver doubloons. But on the back there is a symbol of a cross and some old guy's face, which you could only assume is the Pope.
I'll pocket this coin for now.
In the front it says in like Spanish, "Doubloon and Civeratos," or whatever it is. You know what that is.
May just have found someone's coin collection.
Someone is. Kid's looking in the safe?
Kid wants to climb the fridge so we can get a better look in the safe, yes.
Okay, well, looking in the safe, you see a sack with the coins were previously in. And you see a couple books. They look in fairly decent condition for their age. And the state they were actually left in.
Yeah, what kind of books? Can I tell?
They're journals.
I take those and shove those in my backpack?
You take the journals and you shove them into your back. And that's all in there. Those, like, 3 journals and a big bag of silver doubloons.
Gonna toss the bag to Thomas.
I catch it and
You sit there also at your high. You have a bag of gold, silver doubloons.
I'm like, what? Why are you giving me this?
I don't know.
If you don't want it, I'll take it.
No, I'm just
There's still
curious.
like another 100 on the ground.
Like,
I don't know, you were right there.
Okay, give a thief money. It's like, fine. I pocket it.
Oh, you guys have the doubloon, and you guys checked out the place. What are you gonna do now?
Jesse tells Thomas to shine his light down in the basement.
That's what I'm going to do. Is it?
As you shine your light down in the basement, you see that the safe door has landed in something wet. There's a liquid down there, and landed. You can't really see, the hole isn't quite big enough for you to actually get a good view, but you see the safe door and you see waves of liquid, like the shimmering of liquid moving.
Gross.
That's really weird.
Wow, it's like, everyone get their galoshes on. We're going in. Let's get to the door.
What would I have to roll to persuade Thomas to go down there first?
GMs, help me. Comrades? Confidants?
Oh goodness, what everyone?
Persuasion, I would think, is the skill.
It's persuasion and manipulation.
Alright.
You get no resistance, by the way, because Thomas is going to go first.
I'm rolling it anyway, because
yeah, go ahead. You're making convincing argument.
So, Thomas, you're clearly the big leader guy of our little crew, and you clearly know what you're doing. Why don't you take point in this little expedition and lead the way? Nudge, nudge.
Finally, someone who understands. First things first, we need to get that door open. And so we make our way to the lock. And it's like,
okay, so you
I
guys
kind of crack my knuckles a bit and pull out a lockpicking set. And
What kind of door is
you
this?
pull out your lockpicking set, and you turn the corner to get to the trapdoor itself. When you look up, you see chest and suit, and it's 2 inches away from your face, and you damn near bump into it.
You. Which one is this? And I was like,
It's too dark to see. Your flashlight's not in his face.
I slowly put my light up, and I was like, but not so much directly into his face, more like, a sort of below the chin deal, so so not to blind him.
You can make out gray hair.
Mr. Gray.
This is Mr. Gray. And he looks at you and then the others. He's like, going down?
Possibly. He's like, depends on whether or not we can actually get that door open.
Oh,
At this point,
go ahead.
It's going down.
I will watch. The sound of... Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Is Rex still with us?
Yeah.
Or is Rex dealing? Okay.
Yeah, I'm kind of confused, lost on what's going on. What are we trying to unlock here?
You guys have moved from the kitchen. You guys have moved from the kitchen to open the basement.
Oh. Okay.
And Thomas almost walks into Mr. Gray, one of the strange men.
Yeah, I asked because as soon as Kid sees this, he is going to hide behind Rex. Because it's me now. Yeah, protect me.
Well, Mr. Gray takes a half step back. So there's just enough room for Thomas to move between the wall and him to get to the safe door, to the basement door.
All right. I was like, I pretty much say to the group, keep an eye out just in case. I was like, might be a while here.
Okay, so you will make a roll for lockpicking, which I think is dexterity and
larceny.
Larceny. Thank you. I forgot what it was actually called.
I got a 1.
You do all the right things, and you hear it kind of click. It's set in place, and you make the motion to turn the lock, and you just can't. It's just a little too rusted.
Anyone have a spray of oil?
Mr. Gray, let's try this. And he reaches behind his coat and he hands you a very small dagger. And he makes the hand motion of inserting and twisting.
I look at him for a moment and I actually do so.
it jimmies the lock, and you see little bits of rust break away. So now you can actually lockpick without any problems. And with a few sleight of hand gestures, you pick the lock, and the lock comes off.
Okay. Can I? Is there some way I can stealthily keep this dagger?
You're not even sure if he cares.
Hmm. But yeah, I mean, the thing is that I reflexively take stuff, thanks to sleight of hand.
I mean, you could just not give it back.
Yeah. Like nonchalantly just put tools away and just pocket everything. Like, okay, good to go.
Oh,
let's open this thing up.
Okay. Well, you crack the thing up, and it makes a racket as you do. And bits of rust are popping off the door as you lift it up, and you can look down into the basement. Your flashlight penetrates, and you see there's kind of a non-distinct reddish liquid downstairs. Not so much red, but maybe a clear rust color. And you get a small, strong scent of gasoline and a slight hint of rot.
It's a good thing I put my cigarette out before this. Light them if you got them, folks. Like flashlights, I mean.
Anyone else have flashlights?
I don't think so.
Comes in running.
I looked at. I like slowly turn to everyone when I notice no other lights are coming. I'm like, seriously?
Go ahead, guy. You said you were gonna go.
Like, I'm going first, but no one else brought a light than me.
Wait. Do we have a late apple rejoining us? Is Coraline going to?
Oh, I don't think so.
No, she's
Well,
not back
right
yet.
now, perhaps. I don't know. She just came in, but she's not like back.
Presents.
She's here in spirit, but I'm not gonna wait on
She has to do presents, so she'll still be a while. But she might be coming in. I think Caroline has her own vehicle, so that should be fine.
You see a little cute Volkswagen Bug just pull up.
Anyways, yeah. So.
Okay. So you see, for as much as you can tell, is gasoline flooding the basement of this building.
Yeah, like I turned to everyone. It's like
Thomas,
no one else got a light.
Thomas, don't turn on your lighter.
I look at him. I look at. Was that Rex? Or was it Jesse?
It's Rex. Is it both of them?
What?
What? I'm kind of lost still.
Someone said, "Don't turn on your lighter."
That was me. I was being funny.
Oh, I was about to say, I'm a smoker, not an idiot. So I pulled out a cigarette. No, I'm kidding. Anyway, that would be a perfect time to invoke the flaw because it is reflexively to do so. Anyway.
Okay, so
yeah, I'm like, I
go on.
I roll my eyes and I just go for it.
All right. Well, as you walk into the basement, you take a step down into the liquid gasoline, and then you take another step down into the liquid gasoline, and then you take another step down into it before you get to floor, to the actual the bottom.
How high are we talking? Shin high?
It's shin high. It's almost to your knee.
Anyone who comes in here best stay away from the fire when we get out.
And you shine your light around the room, and there's 3 big tanks, and all 3 of them are ruptured. You quickly scan around the room, and you ID the source of that faint rotting smell, and you see a coyote pinned into one of the basement doors, nearly cut in half, but it is well on its way to Valhalla.
Yeah. Looks like all the gas has been ruptured. Like, I don't think it's going to be of any use for the vehicle we put together. Like, especially since the corpse has been sitting in it. Coyote, don't worry.
Okay.
Not human. Looks like it's been cut in half by a door. So, doesn't bode well, does it? Are coyotes revered as trickster gods or spirits?
Oh, yes, mischievous. Kind of mischievous. Oh, yeah, that's in the game. Oops, someone shut up.
I'm going to assume that that's Mr. Blue.
Mr. Gray stops talking.
Yeah, Mr. Ray. Okay. Can I investigate this corpse a little more? Is it?
Yeah, you investigated, and it just looking it over, it looks like it just fell in, and the doors closed on it as it fell, and it couldn't actually just get out. But yeah, it just looks like a moment of misfortune in the desert.
Anything else down here as I search? Is it?
Nothing really. Everything else is too old to be of use, or it's been soaking in gasoline for long enough that's useless.
Okay. Well.
But for now, I'm gonna cut to Kenway because Kenway's been staring at this machine with the rest of the guys for like an hour.
Go for it.
Okay. So, Kenway, you're sitting there with the rest of the guys. Who's kind of discussing how they're gonna build the machine. Do you have any suggestions for them to try getting this thing to work?
I don't know shit about machines, honestly, so I won't pretend that I do in character. I've rolled 3 successes on a Dex and Craft roll.
Okay, so your 3 successes combined with theirs, you guys kind of build a frame for what you guys are gonna have for later on. And it is big enough to carry everyone in it, using the cobbled together remains of the SUVs, the trucks, and the buggies. You kind of Frankenstein a few engines together to give you enough power to get this thing to really move. And Adam also paints on a big flame. Details all over it because he's grinning the whole time. It's like, well, we gotta go cool, you know? Right?
If I die, I'll die historic on who the fuck knows where road. It's all good.
Jamie rolls his eyes, and Kenway and the guys commence to build this thing for the rest of the night.
Okay. Should that be
now.
an roll?
Huh?
Should that be an extended roll if he's doing it?
Yes. Make another roll.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. Excuse me.
Oh, so you're
Beautiful.
making this extended. Oh, okay. In that case, you've got 6 successes accumulated, and you have 2 more rolls because your dice pool is 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
You spent a willpower on the first one. Okay, so you accumulated 6, so you got 2 more rolls.
Okay, I'll do it 2 more times. That was beautiful. Oh, I got 2 zeros on the other 2 rolls.
Oh god. Luckily for you, the team works together well enough that you guys are able to get this thing in working condition.
Alrighty.
By the time you end, it is almost daytime. Thanks to your great early on rolls, you guys are able to get this done twice as fast as you thought you were going to.
Yay!
Now, has anyone else over the course of the night, I want everyone else who wasn't actually doing things actively to roll perception.
Ooh.
Rex would have had the scorpion sting checked out by someone. They have like a medic in the camp.
Ken would have looked at it if he had a minute. If I can.
Well, there are no medics. I guess Ken is the only person around who would actually.
Okay, yeah, he'd show it to Ken.
Ooh. Can I roll medicine on
it? Way to go, Jesse.
Oh, dream team here.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, roll medicine. See if you can do anything about it.
Is that wits in medicine?
It is intelligence and medicine.
Okay. Does the skill specialty of healing wounds apply to it?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh wow, we even got
1 success.
The same number of rolls.
Damn. And you had...
Okay.
Oh.
So, you're able to patch it up without much issue. The stings which are covering your hand are really starting to hurt right now. But, your hand isn't decomposing and falling.
Cool.
So, your hand is still attached. Okay, everyone make a perception roll for me.
I think we just did that.
Or anyone who's...
We did.
Yeah, we'll put it in the chat for you.
I thought we were doing the perception roll first.
There's a lot of feedback on your end, Cart, like you're rubbing your mic against something.
I'm getting a static. Did I get it was in the chat. I think it was in the chat. I'm just an idiot.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you guys actually got really good rolls. Oh dear, it's down the board. Okay, so Rex and Kid, you occasionally look out. There are sounds in the desert. Between the firelight and the light of the flashlights fixing the car, you guys can't really see into the blackness. Jess and Thomas, on the other hand, you guys kind of take up pseudo positions as kind of lookouts. And as your eyes adjust to the light, you see far out to the west, you guys see lights moving, almost dancing in the fog of haze and dust. And you hear the distant roar of engines. And behind the lights, you see a gathering of fires around a central building. And you feel a distant thump, almost like drumming in your chest. And your heartbeat seems to come into sync with this distant drum.
That's not good.
Hey Thomas, do you think those are the same guys that shot us before? Or...
I have no doubt. Seems that they weren't Aegis Kaidoru, but another group. I was like, they seem hell-bent on protecting these things. Protecting what's out here. I'm gonna guess we've got new worshippers of this demon. I don't know about you. I want to get a hold of one of those spears.
You want to get one of their
you want to
explosive spears?
You want to explode? Okay.
No, don't get me wrong. It's just that I'm interested.
You think we should
I need to just go on. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, do you think we should like wake up everyone else and see if we can like send out scouts? Because I don't think have they noticed? They're out doing their own thing. They haven't noticed us, so maybe we could sneak up on them.
It's very likely a good thing. Yeah, it sounds like probably should get someone out there to see what's going on.
Just you two. Roll perception dies.
Alrighty.
Jesse got 0.
I got 2.
Okay. Jesse, you don't notice it at all. You're kind of hypnotized by the dancing lights in the distance. Thomas kind of feels a presence, kind of hanging around. Isn't until he looks over his shoulder does he see Mr. Blue.
Oh.
Yeah.
And he's like,
curious as well.
Most curious. I think we should look into it. Before first ride and return.
Well, if you're offering to help, how could I be say no?
Wait, what did the guy say?
In so many words, he says he wants to go check him out.
All right. Coming with Jesse?
No, you guys can handle that. I'll stay here and hold down the base.
All right. If we aren't back in an hour, keep waiting. We start wandering off.
I will do.
Mr. Blue's like, yes, don't leave without us. And,
can I do some kind of roll on Mr. Blue to see if he's like, can I like tell anything from his voice to see if he's being honest? Because I think he might be a spy for the other group that he's saying. He's like a double agent.
Well, make a empathy and someone help me. I don't know what empathy and what else roll. What's the empathy roll for you roll?
Empathy and wit.
Yeah.
Okay. And I have a specialty in empathy called cold read. Would that like apply?
Yes, it would apply. I guess I have to wait to actually hear what actually cold fly does, but sitting with this guy.
I suppose that could apply. Because what do you mean by cold read exactly?
Well, it's kind of just like looking at him and like noticing little details.
Like L's or things like that?
What? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like if he's acting a certain way, like, is he acting nervous or something?
Okay, yeah, that would apply.
Okay. I got 1.
It was a really good one.
Well, if it was a really good one,
it was a reroll one. Let's say that.
He seems rather forthcoming considering he was so weird for. This was almost a conversation instead of a programmed response as he had before. So you can't tell if he's trying to backstab, but he's definitely more talkative than before. Also seems like his English has shapened up quite a bit.
All right, have fun, guys.
So, in other words, weird people acting very weird.
All right. It's like Thomas and Mr. Blue off on an adventure. It's like, this is gonna be great, folks. It's like,
well, we will have to save the adventure and the eventual escape for next session.
Yeah, we're gonna have to have a part 2. We've just gone a bit over 3 hours.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Kind of run on.
It's okay. But this was great. I really enjoyed myself with this.
But yeah, tune in next time to see what happens to our intrepid young adventurers.
Yeah. Also, Thomas, Jesse, do not forget your conditions, because those can give you beats when you resolve. Also, keep in mind that the thing is, these conditions will end if they become irrelevant, and you won't get a beat for them. You have to resolve them to get a beat.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have like a poisoned condition or something?
It's not a condition, it would be more of a tilt.
Okay.
You got a beat for the dramatic failure, and you just get damage every hour, but you can resist it. It's only toxicity too, so it's serious, but not.
I don't know. I would argue that I should like get an extra beat for being poisoned because the crit fail itself was just the scorpion.
You got a beat for a crit fail. No, you got a beat for a crit fail, and you got poisoned from it.
Which is I don't know, a little excessive, but okay.
Well, it's a dramatic failure.
Dramatic failure.
It's a
I know.
You earn your beats with me, Soon.
Yeah, dramatic failures are supposed to be actually kind of overboard.
Okay.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're supposed to be. So, you know, when you don't use the crit fail rule lightly, use it sometimes.
I kind of was being very generous. I could have had a super combo come out of all your.
I mean, we're all using crit fail feature because we all want to.
I mean, to be fair, I handed off a gun that may just explode in someone's face. That's my knowledge roll.
Yeah, and you said it was perfectly fine, but I would say the equipment is volatile. So yeah, and that's like a condition all its own. Well, not really. In this, I would say it's more of like a equipment tag, just a thing about the equipment, not really a condition on a character or anything.
Wait, it's
but what volatile does, what it does is that I think, yeah, if you get a failure with the equipment, it's automatically a dramatic failure.
Okay, I think we should do some beats now.
I was just gonna be like, if dramatic failures are supposed to be dramatic and you take damage for most of them, why did Rex have to take damage but Thomas didn't?
Because I was making a knowledge check.
Oh, well,
I wasn't doing anything physical.
Knowledge check, and one, you don't necessarily have to take damage. The thing is, the gun is volatile, but Thomas said it wasn't. It was perfectly fine.
Well,
that's pretty damn dramatic.
Okay.
What's making a perception check?
Face. I'm gonna make it.
A Rex was making a perception check.
Yeah, Rex was making a perception check. That's also like a mental. So
it is a mental thing. Except no two crits can be the same, or if they are the same. For storytelling purposes, it just happened to be that.
Usually has to be something appropriate to the action.
Since he was making a check on something, that may or may not be something vital, be horrifically bad later on. It may not be different than something simply as looking around. It's just the type of failure. Nothing other than that.
Okay. Now
Alright,
it's time.
Pete. So, Chu, what do you want to call this session?
I don't know. Fucking.
How about
sucks being in the
Witness
desert.
Me Part 1? Witness Me Part 1.
Witness me. Okay, we can go with that.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody gets one. Carp, you usually do this, but I'm gonna try my best. Everyone gets one automatic B, and I want to do the learning curve. So, what did your characters learn during the chapter's events?
Ken did pretty well with that repair, so maybe he learned some stuff about mechanics there. Because, I mean, the only stuff they really knew about mechanics is because his dad was one, so he had, like, secondhand knowledge. Now I guess he has firsthand knowledge.
Okay. Okay. Thomas, what did you learn?
Well, the first thing that comes to mind is the fact that, well, now I know what it's like to be inside a box when a kid shakes something, an animal in it, because of being flipped in that vehicle. And I'm like, maybe I should be a little more healthier next time.
Okay.
But hey, let's see. The actual thing I should learn more of, I should say I learned, is that there are definitely some more like ruthless groups out there, especially if they have agents much like Mr. Blue. Or are we trying to justify like skill progression here?
Okay.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. Just hold on.
Okay.
Jesse, what did you learn?
What are we actually supposed to learn in regards to a
We're
skill?
doing what's called a learning curve. It's like one of the things how you can earn beats. It's ask the player what his character learned during the chapter's events.
I need some time to think.
Someone else
can go first.
Okay, we can Rex, what did you learn?
Scorpion stuck.
Yeah, there actually is a scorpion that lives in Nevada, but it's like, thing is like a bee sting, because there's not that. But anyway.
But it really did fuck up your hand.
American scorpions just hurt.
Yeah.
Well,
you can have alert
true in
actions.
real life, but this is rule of drama.
Yeah.
Rule of drama, you got a dramatic failure, you get poisoned. It's just the way it is.
Yeah.
I'll give you that for scorpions fucking suck.
Okay, you're gonna have to note all those down because I'm doing like other stuff, Drew.
Okay. I'll put them down right here. I'll put them in the GM chat. How did you like today's session?
I am doodling. I think for it.
It was pretty good.
I love fixing things.
Well, I'm gonna head out of the Roll20 room. Alright. Okay, so Rex, you are definitely getting a beat.
Really?
Okay.
Sorry.
So you got a beat for art, but it's out of session art, so
Cool.